Sure, asking Spotify to play some music.
And then when you go here, you get the full functionality from Spotify.
Okay.
And we go back here. Which Anders, well, we need to log in here. Unfortunately, no, someone hasn't prepared the car here with the login. But once you log into your Spotify system,
Yep.
you can connect directly straight from very easy to understand voice recognition.
Okay.
And that's where, for the first time in cars, we can actually start smarter usability rather than having to struggle through so many buttons and settings.
Okay. Good.
Blir den varm nu eller?
Not in this car. We've
Right.
disconnected that to save some energy. But then here also, I mean, you have these extra tiles, and basically, if you want to switch, say you want the Google Maps to come down in this tile, you can swap it there. You know, you can prioritize what you think is the most important thing to display in the car. Profiles we haven't put up here, but you can have different profiles for you, your wife, or your daughter, or your son. And then here you have all the functionalities. So basically, how you want the steering, the regenerative braking, whether you want creep. Again, very, very simple. And then here the functions. So these are, you know, the safety functions that you have in the car. Do you want traffic sign information? And again, very simple in usability.
Okay.
And charge. So here you can actually set how you want to charge the car.
Yeah.
So you can put a limit on it. Now, what we say for most people with electric cars is you should not fill up to 100%.
No.
Because that deteriorates the battery life. But if you then drag it over here to 80, then for most use cases, and 80% still gives you a huge amount of range. You can actually control exactly how you want. But then with your phone, because this is connected to the phone, you can actually control the amp settings. So if you're at home and you know that evening you're going to watch television, you're going to do your laundry, you're going to put the kettle on,
And
you
even,
can actually
even iPhone.
on your iPhone, we have an app where you can control all of this,
Yeah.
meaning that you won't ever blow your fuse in your house.
Okay.
So you can be a lot smarter about how you control the car. So
Smart. Okay.
But then also you see on the screen here, and this is what you were asking me about in the head-up display, it's all about simplifying the way that we actually display the information. So you see here, you have the information that is most important to you. You get speed, you get the power and charge, and then the battery. Then you have a car-centric view. So when you're following, if say you're using your pilot assist in a traffic, you can control how close you are to the car. But again, super simple. No need for very complicated details. Then when you're on navigation mode, we then minimize all that information to the corners, and you get a full navigation screen, which means minimal distraction. Right, the screen is right in front of you, where you need to go, and you get the best
And when you have that, you don't need the head-up display?
Precisely.
Okay.
And that's why we decided focus on creating better design of this, then needing to go... The head-up display is a fantastic innovation, but a lot of times now when we design cars, we put the head-up display in because it's an easy fix for bad design that we start with. And we actually thought, let's focus on creating good design of what we already know and we have, and then we can potentially... And you know, that in that way that saves cost and stuff as well.
Thank you very much.
Varsågod.
Thank you.
Good materials.
Great.
There you go.
When it comes to the sunroof, or I shouldn't say roof,
Panoramic.
would it be any blinds or something like
No,
that?
actually, so what we've done is we've actually, the technology in the new sunroofs, you actually, you get this film which actually blocks up more UV light than was ever previously possible before. So from our tests when we've gone to 100 pilots, you don't actually need it at all. You don't need a blind, which means that you get this beautiful open glass roof.
Because when it comes to electric cars, in the summertime, to have a sunroof is... you don't need to have the batteries to cool you down. If you can have some breeze coming in through a roof. So have you thought about that? Or
we have thought about that, but we actually thought...
What about opening the windows when it comes to wind resistance and so? Will it really deteriorate the...
I mean, whenever you open windows, the aerodynamics of the car does decrease. So it will have an impact. for the roof, we decided to go against it because we realized that in most cases, most people who buy sunroofs don't actually open them, which is funny. And second of all, you end up compromising the design of the car because you have to decrease headroom. The mechanism means that this comes further down, and then it gets a lot less.
Because you still have quite a lot of headspace in the back.
No, exactly.
And the space here is just for Volvo.
So yeah, you see we project the Polestar into the roof, so actually we're in the night sky, you always see the star. You get it, I mean here, because we have so much light, it's difficult to actually see, but when it's fully dark, you really get the impression.
You know what you should have? The Lockheed SR-71, the spy plane, the Blackbird, you know that they had a system for navigation to the stars. So they had a special camera that picked up I think 10 different stars and made it more precise than what a GPS would have been if they had it at that time. So just a piece of trivia.
Lockheed, I will keep that in mind. Thanks a lot.
So when it comes to looking at stars.
Yeah, fantastic. Cool.
Okay, great talking to you.
My pleasure.
What was your name, by the way?
My name's Chaitan Kotal. Chaitan.
Yeah. Okay, so next time I talk to Bjorn, I will say I spoke to a guy. Oh, great. Perfect. And it's all white.
Yeah.
Well, great.